This morning we're going to show how to get the maximum length of every column on a table, and I'm going to go ahead and fire this off. This is going to take a really long time. I'm not going to actually go through the entire thing as far as waiting for it to complete. The reason why is I believe this table, even in my development environment, has, I want to say, I think 300 or 300 million rows, maybe more. But anyway, it has a load of rows, and all these are varchar maxes. And this is one of the staging tables that I use as just a test. So this is a pretty heavy table. I don't actually know why I keep it in my dev environment. But this script right here, what this does is it goes through and it retrieves the maximum length of each column. So we put the table here. It goes through, inserts the column name from information schema.columns, obviously with this table. Keep in mind, if you wanted to just get the varchar links, you could also put and data type equals varchar, and then it performs a loop. And despite what you've heard about loops being bad, they have their place. This is one of the examples where they're pretty useful. What it does is it's going to go and it's going to get the maximum length, and this is also, I mean, this is 3 functions in a row, so this is a pretty heavy query in general. So it gets the maximum length is null. It's going to set to 0, and it's going to return that length. And the column name, I'm sorry, and then the length. So let's see, let's go over here. So this is on my GitHub under tmmtsmith/SQL Server / I have no idea what blob is. Hold on, I don't understand where that popped in. Stream master, okay. And then it's going to be under set column length. And so I actually have a stored procedure which will actually, I'm sorry, this is the script that I'm using. This will actually alter the table. I will warn you on this one, and this stored procedure right here, even though it will automatically set the column length, keep in mind I'm making some assumptions. For instance, if the len is less than 10, the length is less than 10, I set it equal to 15. Otherwise, I basically set it equal to the length plus 25. But I know generally about how much my data are going to grow. I would not suggest doing that under any circumstances in your environment. And then the reporting one, which is useful, which is what I'm using here, it just will report the information. And so, like I said, this is a heavy query on a big table, and part of the reason why I'm looking at my computer right now, and like the memory and CPU usage are through the roof. And that's because the new software that I've been recording these videos on sucks up huge amounts of memory and CPU usage. So now SQL Server and them are fighting. But what you'll see is that, and it will go through it will go ahead and print out the results. And so I was recently working with a table that had 1,200 columns. And so what I did is copied and pasted them, and then I went ahead and said, okay, so the longest varchar column is 125. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and set every column equal to about 150, because I knew that it's not going to grow more than, say, about 150. I believe it was that I did the calculation. But I would highly suggest it used on only varchar columns. I wouldn't use it on ints or anything else. But this is pretty good because it automatically returns that information, and depending on your environment, it actually can be super fast. But it's not going to be super fast if you're recording a video and running a bunch of other processes at the same time.